Welcome back to year 2 of the Hail Mary. Last year was an awesome year. We got to end it with Michigan and Washington. Great game. And really looking forward to this year.
Yep, welcome back to the Hail Mary. We've got Henry and Daddy. We're ready to talk about the 2024 football season.
And you'll figure this out in a couple weeks from now, definitely. But we're going to have guest pickers this year, so this show is going to be even better. We have our Edie Bell right here. You want to come say hi, Edie?
She's going to be our guest picker for week 0.
Yeah!
Edith, who's your favorite team?
Carolina.
Tar Heels or Gamecocks?
Gamecock.
Gamecocks, okay. South Carolina for Edith. What about you, Henry? What's your favorite team?
Well, I'm 50-50. Maybe after the game we go to this year, I'll be more Clemson side. But right now, I'm even. But I am excited for Clemson this year because they're going to be really good.
I don't know which one I like better. I like Clemson and Carolina.
Cool. Well, I'm Clemson. Mama's Carolina.
Kind of divided family. Some of us are Carolina, some of us are Clemson.
Well, Edith's going to be our guest picker for this first week, and it's actually week 0. But each of the guest pickers this year, we're going to ask who your favorite team is, and then at the end of the season, Henry?
Well, you're going to win a surprise. So here's how you win. It'll be the best picker or best family combined record. So for example, if we were on it, we would have to have a combined good record to win it. But if it's a single person, like Pop, who will be doing it next week, if he gets a good record, he might win it, just since he's the only guy.
So the best record or the best average record for your family, they
Yep.
get a surprise.
What's the surprise?
Well, we can't tell on camera.
It wouldn't be a surprise if we told you on camera. Maybe it'll be an ice cream cone, or maybe, I don't know.
We're not giving anything that involves our surprise. We're not giving any hints.
But Edith's favorite team, as of right now, is Carolina Gamecocks. Daddy's favorite team, Clemson Tigers. And if you had to pick one, Henry, what's your favorite team right now?
Oh, man. This is hard. I think I'm going to go with Clemson right now.
Ooh.
Just so
That's a
you
hot
know, the surprise is a new car.
No, shh. Just kidding. We're not spending that much on a show.
Our sponsors haven't given us that much money.
Yeah, we have the Kreger Company as a sponsor. They've already gave us too much of a profit.
Yep.
Got some good friends there. And spoiler alert, they will be picking this year. I'm not going to say what week or anything. I'm just going to say they will be guest picking.
So we don't have Cheez-It or Dr. Pepper sponsoring this year?
No.
Nope. Okay.
Oh yeah, 'cause I remember that.
I think we're ready to move on to topic 2. You want to stay with us, E? Alright, high five. I'm ready for a good
More of a
football year.
handshake than a high five.
Yeah, same thing.
All right. Henry, what's the new playoff going to look like? This is the first year of a 12-team playoff.
I am excited. We're going to have a great year this year. Week 7, we're going to be at a new place. We're going to be in Michigan. I'm super excited for that one. We're going to be with BMA and everybody. It'll be fun.
Come on, Dandy.
But basically, this is how the playoff works. So it's not at all like 14 playoff. I'm already missing it a little bit, but I'm very excited to get into something new. So basically, there's going to be one team in the group of 5 that's going to make it. We're going to discuss who that is later. We're not going to give any hints. We're just saying how it works. We're not saying who's going to get in or anything. But 12 teams make it. the best team plays against the worst team, and the worst team is the 12th team is considered the worst team in the playoff.
But hey, if they get in, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, for a team like that to get in,
Yep.
that would be great for them.
Are there any automatic buys?
There are. So the 4 conference champions, right,
That's right.
get buys. So
The 4 highest ranked.
yeah, the 4 highest ranked ones. So say, this is just for example, say this year somehow Alabama is for SEC, Ohio State is for Big Ten, Clemson is for ACC, and then Big 12 would be Oklahoma State. Putting that in, for example, those teams would make it automatically. Even if they don't even have a good record, if they're the highest ranked conference champions, they're in. So, what really matters this year to get in, if you're a Power 5 team, all you need to do is have a good conference play. Because you can win the championship, you can still get in, and you'll probably will get in. You just have to have a good conference record and win the championship game. And
So maybe it's going to be Vanderbilt from the SEC? Rutgers
if that
from the Big
happens, alright, if that happens, tell me a dare to do. I'll do it on camera.
I think if that happens, we're going to dare Henry to take his shirt off and run around the studio, which is our living room, on that last video.
Yep, it'll be the last video.
Gonna send it to anybody?
Well, our videos go to all our guest pickers, so I really hope Vanderbilt doesn't do good this year.
I think you're pretty safe, buddy.
Yeah.
Instead of that, dear, since
No,
you
it's good. I want to do that dare if they win. It'll be worth it if they win.
Well, another shout out to Edith, our guest picker this week. She did the artwork with Henry.
This
For our
is an
season.
amazing drawing. Y'all might not be able to see it from there, but we
Here,
have
let's bring
me-
it a little closer.
We have so we have me and Dad with a football in the middle. We have the lines down here, the end zones, and the goalposts, and then Daddy's got the orange and purple shoes, the orange shirt. I've got the Carolina shirt and the black pants with
What's
red
the
shoes.
shirt, Daddy?
Daddy's got the glasses.
Wow, good job, Edith.
What a drawing. I touched up a little bit on this so we can see it a little bit better.
Hail Mary.
The Hail Mary.
I don't think we've said that all video.
Oh.
Anyways, welcome to the Hail Mary.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Edith.
Well, you're welcome.
Now, I think, does everybody here understand the 12-team playoff now?
I do. So, the best 12 teams get in, right, buddy?
Nope.
No?
4 conference championship. 4 conference champions, and they have to be the highest ranked.
Okay.
And then the highest group of 5 team wins. Like whoever's the best, they'll decide from the committee. And then other teams will get in. So 5 teams are automatic and get in.
Wow.
But the other 7 are TBD, to be decided.
So, if there's 4 conference champions ranked above the SEC conference champion,
That would
then
be crazy.
the SEC wouldn't get an automatic bye?
They wouldn't, but they would still get
Wow.
in. They would still get in, they just wouldn't get the automatic bye.
That's crazy.
I know. It's gonna be a fun year. I'm really excited to see how this looks.
Me too, buddy.
And I mean, football is always football. No matter what game you're watching, it's just awesome. But especially college football.
And I'm glad they gave a 5th conference champion a chance to get in too. And
I know, a group of 5, that's so big.
we're probably going to see some blowouts in that game, but it'll still be
Still,
cool. They
that's
can
so big for the school. Like,
Yep.
that's going to get the players pumped to play better. Like, they're competing for something each year. Those small schools like UTSA and those like that, who don't even play in big stadiums, fans will still come to the game.
That's right.
That's just awesome to think about for me.
Yep, I'm excited, buddy. All right, well, let's move on to the next one.
We have another guest picker.
What's her name?
Marinette.
Hi, Marinette. It's good to meet you. Hi.
Good to meet you, Marinette.
Go football!
She's our cheerleader.
All right, topic 3. We're gonna say who we think is in the playoff. I've been waiting
wow.
for this. I've tried my hardest not to give any spoilers.
Henry's been making lists all year long, ever since the Michigan game back in January, which was epic, by the way.
That was an amazing game, and we're not gonna say the 12th team because that's on one of our next couple of topics. But we're gonna give every other team besides them.
All right, let's hear Henry's top 12 or
Top 11.
top 11.
So, highest ranked conference champion, Georgia in the SEC. Ohio State in the Big Ten. Clemson in the ACC. And Utah in the Big 12. Then I'm going to have Oregon. Michigan.
Wow.
Let's see, let me think of some teams.
Notre
Florida
Dame.
State.
Florida State.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Notre Dame. That's 8.
Ole Miss or Mizzou.
I'm going to go Missouri here. 9.
Got a Penn State in there.
Yeah, I got Penn State at 10. And then... Oh, I completely forgot. I need to redo my list. I forgot Texas. Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, I mean, I'm so glad I didn't forget them.
You gonna put
So-
them at 5?
Yeah,
Or
so
6?
I'm going to go... So it's Georgia,
Ohio State.
Ohio State,
Clemson, Utah.
Clemson, Utah. Who's number? Oh, okay. Oregon's
Oregon,
number 5.
Texas.
Texas is 6. Michigan, Missouri, Notre Dame and Missouri flip. Notre Dame is 8. Missouri's 9. Penn State is 10. And who's my last team in there? They're gonna have a lot of pressure on them. Don't think any more Big Ten teams can make it.
Let's see, you had Georgia, Missouri, Texas.
You know, I seem sad about this, but I'm starting to think it could happen. Alabama at 12.
Wow.
I guess it would be 11.
11.
I would.
So you're going to put your group of 5 at number 12? The 5th conference champion?
Yeah. I'm not saying it yet though. Keeping it a secret.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's number 12 for you.
Mhm.
All right, here's my top 12.
I think LSU's gonna get too hyped.
You think so?
They're gonna have too much pressure on them.
I think for my top 12, number 1, Ohio State, Big Ten representing. Georgia representing SEC.
Okay.
Clemson and Utah. I got those
Same
4.
as me. Same conference championship. Same conference champions, just flipped in order.
Yep. And then I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna move Texas to the
Texas ahead of Oregon, really.
to the top. So Texas will be 5, Oregon 6, number 7. I think I'm gonna go Notre Dame. I'm gonna put Penn State over Michigan.
Wow. I didn't expect that one.
Yep. So Penn State 8, Michigan 9. Let's see, so I got 2 more. I'm gonna put Florida State at number 10.
That's right. Yeah.
And then
Is it going to be SEC team making it?
I think so. Let's see. I've got SEC, Georgia, and Texas. I think I'm going to put Missouri at 11.
I
And then
agree
my
with
last one is going to be the Group of 5 champion.
For some people, this can be a hot take, but I think Missouri is going to have 2 more wins than LSU in the regular season.
Whoa, that is a hot take.
I think LSU has a tricky schedule now. And Braden Nussmeier, I just cannot imagine him as a starting quarterback. I've seen him back up Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels. When he got injured in the SEC championship, he played, but he was not a starting quarterback.
Yep.
I just can't imagine him as one, especially in an LSU uniform. That just doesn't seem right to me.
He must be pretty old now if he's been backing up for that long.
I think he's like 24, 23.
Wow.
There was some quarterback controversy to where he could have even been backed up again, but he's starting this year, I think.
Cool. Well, what games are you most excited about this year, buddy?
Man. Michigan, Ohio State, the game. I mean, even if Michigan doesn't win a natty this year, which is very unlikely, but if they can win the big game this year, season accomplished. You're knocking Ohio State below Georgia if you do that. If you can hold Ohio State to the number 2 team, I don't care which team you are, but if you can hold them to number 2, your season is a success in my opinion. Even if you don't make it to the playoff.
Michigan could play Ohio State 3 times this year.
That's right. They could play
Wouldn't
in the
that be
conference
crazy?
championship because there's no divisions now.
Yep.
There's the big game always.
Yep.
And
So
then-
they got the Thanksgiving game, and then they might turn around and play each other in the conference championship. And then with it being 12 teams, even the losers got a pretty good chance to make the playoff. And if everything plays out right, that could be a 3rd meeting.
Now I
Which some
think,
people think would be boring, but I think for a game like that, it would be pretty cool.
yeah. I think maybe you can back me up on this. Maybe you're disagreeing with me. But Michigan is definitely going to win one of the 3rd of their matchups. Like, there's no way they're losing every game.
I would agree with you on that one.
Like, they might not win 3 out of 3, but they could win. In my opinion, they're going to win 2 out of 3. Maybe that's a hot take for you, but I think they're going to win 2 out of 3. Ohio State's going to win the big game. Ohio State's going to win the playoff game. But
Ooh.
Michigan is going to,
Win the game?
they're going to, so Ohio State has 2 wins. Because I still have Ohio State as my conference champion. So it has to be Michigan wins 1 time. And I agree with that.
Rivalry week.
That's when they'll win.
Cool. Wow, that's going to be awesome, man.
Texas and Michigan, week 2 also. I mean, I know the Fergozis aren't big fans of those teams, but we got to pick that one.
That's a good one. I think another big one, NC State, Tennessee. That's going to be a really fun game this
Oh,
year.
yeah, that'll be great.
Yep.
That's the Duke's Mayo Bowl this year.
Oh, awesome.
And
Henry, I know what we should do for that week. Maybe it's the week after. We got to do this. We got to pick that game, and if either of us gets it wrong, we got to take a spoonful of Duke's Mayo for the next week.
oh, yeah, let's do it.
You want to?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do it.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I hope I get that one right.
Me too. I really don't want to have a spoonful of mayonnaise.
It'll be worth it for the video, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking
We'll have to do it
forward
when
to
the Fergozis are on too. They're like, or no, it'll be when the Browns are on, because that'll be the next week. We'll be like, yeah, I think they'll win that game too. And then someone just takes a spoonful of mayonnaise. Are you okay?
It's going to be great. Well, I'm excited about all the games we're going to watch, just because we
I
get to
think-
watch it together.
Every game of the year I'm excited about.
Me too. And I'm excited that we get to go get all the things that we love to get whenever we watch football.
Oh yeah, boiled peanuts, Dr. Pepper.
Our suckers,
Game-
pizza.
Game day food.
Yep. Burgers, wings.
Friends.
Yep. Watching it with
Game
friends.
day food.
It's going to be awesome.
Goodness.
Any other games you're really excited about you want to call out right now?
I'm going to give one very underrated game. I'm going to give a very underrated game for Clemson and Carolina. Very underrated game. Look out for this one. Mark your calendar. Clemson, Florida State.
That's gonna be
We'll be
fun.
on the road this Saturday, but if it starts at 7:30, that would be awesome because we could watch it at our hotel.
Wait. Are the Tigers on the road too?
Mhm.
It's in Florida State. So the Tigers are on the road, and we'll be on the road traveling up to Michigan.
Yeah, we're basically going to opposite destinations, but still we like the same team.
Yep. And with as cool as technology is now, Henry will be in the back seat calling out the big plays as I'm driving down the road.
Yeah. Do you want to move on to our next topic?
Sure,
Talk
buddy.
about the game we have this year?
Let's do it.
Well, we kind of explained it last year a little bit. When we talked about, I remember this one because I watched this video not too long ago. You were saying you would take me to a Clemson game this year because you knew I really wanted to go last year, but I didn't get to go to one. And we have decided what game we're going to go to.
Oh, yeah.
Cabin and everything now, so there's no turning back. Clemson and the Ville.
We're going to the Clemson-Louisville game. Woo-hoo!
Man, I'm so excited for that one. We're going to have a big show that week.
Oh, yeah, buddy. We won't spoil it yet for who we're going to pick, but
Yeah, well, I mean, you might,
guess.
yeah, you can take a guess.
Yep. But we won't spoil it yet.
Yeah.
Because maybe Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson might be in town, so
Yeah. Might have some bad blood.
yep. Little preview on that though, Clemson has never lost to Louisville. in
That's
football.
right. They have not. And
They've come close, but they've never lost.
Louisville and Clemson have had some great quarterback matchups.
Yep.
Now, I don't know who Louisville's quarterback is this year because Jack Plummer went to the NFL. Malik Cunningham graduated a couple years ago. And Lamar Jackson's out of it, so. But usually Louisville always has a good quarterback.
Yep.
Like they're very underrated when it comes to quarterbacks. And Jeff Brom, he's super good at defense, so that's going to be a great game because I think the Tigers are going to have a really good offense this year. So that offense-defense matchup, it'll be sweet.
Jeff Brom took Louisville all the way to the ACC championship game last year, so
That's true. I think we picked a very good game to go to.
yep.
Because I think Louisville could still win. So it's going to be very close. And the over-under on ESPN is 8. I'm going under.
Ooh, a very close game.
Like, really close. Like, field goal, 7-point touchdown win.
Wow. That's going to be awesome.
If it turns out like that, that'll give me the experience for the next 2 years.
I'm hoping at this point, because we're committed to going that week. We've already rented a house.
I really
But
hope
I-
the Tigers win.
I hope the biggest thing, I hope we don't get an 8 o'clock in the evening game. I hope we get a noon or a 3:30 game for that week.
Noon or 3:30, that's what I'm hoping for. It would be awesome in the next couple years with all the new stuff that's updated, that even when the athletic directors come out with the games, like they're already coming out with the times too. So you already know what you're signing up for as a fan.
Yep.
Like, even if it's an 8 o'clock game, it's still going to be awesome. But, because I know I'll be staying up the whole game, but Olivia and Claire might be sleeping. Maybe she will too, but I'll still be wide awake.
Yeah. Maybe they can watch Disney Plus.
Yeah, maybe we can bring our tablets. They can be watching a movie.
While you are watching the game.
It'll be a boring play, and all of a sudden, Edith and Olivia and Claire cheer. They're like, yeah!
And the whole
And then
crowd.
everybody looks at them, and Edith's like, Excuse me.
Because we don't understand it.
Yeah. Well, do you want to talk about the 12th team, buddy?
Let's do it.
All right.
What if we're all dressed in Carolina?
At the Clemson-Louisville game?
I meant like we're all dressed in Clemson.
Oh.
Clemson. And we cheer when the other team scores, and then everybody like looks at us like, I thought you were Clemson fans.
And then Edith says, I am. I'm cheering for my ice cream.
All right, 12th team. So I'm already gonna count out some teams.
What do you think?
I'm gonna count out Appalachian State and Coastal. I don't think they're gonna make it this year, but I hope one of these years they will make it.
App, Coastal.
So
What
those are
about
out
the
of
other
it.
team in the Sun Belt?
James Madison.
James Madison's got a good chance. Thank you.
I'll get myself one now.
Now, James Madison's gonna be very good this year, but they did just lose their coach. So I do think that maybe 2026 they'll be in the playoff, but not this year. Not so fast, my friend. I'm going Liberty this year.
Wow, Liberty.
And I think it'll be a Liberty-Oregon repeat from last year.
Liberty,
That'd be
liberty,
cool.
liberty.
Well, I think that's a pretty good guess for the 12th team. Liberty's pretty good.
But Daddy, I've never asked you this one. Who do you think is the 12th team this year?
I think it could be Liberty, Boise State.
I completely forgot about Boise State.
It could
Oh
be
my goodness.
Memphis.
It could be Oregon State or Washington State.
Actually, they can get in the playoff, but not as the 5th conference champion.
Oh, they have to do it as
They
like
have to do it
top
as an
4 ranked?
at-large. No, they have to do it as an at-large, like 7 through 11.
Oh.
I mean, 7 through 12, but they have to do it
Yeah.
the 7 through 12 not being the 5th conference champions. They've got
Wow.
7 spots to try to get in. But I don't think they have a chance. They're playing against All Mountain West.
Yeah, no. There's no way they can get in. Their conference is not good enough.
Even if for some, and I don't think they can, but even if they're able to go undefeated, they're going to be compared against the other
Yeah.
group of 5 teams,
If-
and there's probably still going to be a team like Liberty or Boise State that would
Get over them.
get
probably.
over them. And they've got an automatic path to it,
You
whereas
know,
they don't.
You know what I really do not like about that splitting up? It's because Oregon State and Washington State aren't deserving the teams they should be playing that they are. Like last year, both teams had a great year. Like Washington State started out the year great, they didn't end the year great, but they almost beat Washington, who,
Mhm.
by the way, went to the national championship.
Yep.
And Oregon State almost got to the championship game with teams like Oregon and Washington in the mix. So they don't deserve to be playing in a small conference where they are. It's just sad.
You know what I think they should do whenever they play against each other this year? Since they're the only 2 teams in the Pac-12, they should say the Pac-12 championship. And they're
Yeah.
not even playing on rivalry week. They're
No,
playing in the
it's
middle
like,
of the year.
yeah, it's like, I think it's actually week 2 that they're
Yeah.
playing. And you're saying that's the championship.
And that's the Pac-12 championship right there. Pretty awesome. That's what you get whenever you put Cal and Stanford in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Every time when I say ACC, it doesn't sound as bad, but when I say it out loud, like Atlantic Coast Conference, I'm like, wake up, college football.
Well, if you go through the Panama Canal, you can kind of connect both sides.
Yeah. But it does take like a week or so to get there.
Yep.
All right, now we're gonna. I think I know a lot about Georgia Tech, and you know a lot about Florida State. So I'm gonna be hyping up Georgia Tech this year, or this game. Sorry, this game. And you're gonna be hyping up Florida State. Just
All right.
giving them some things to be excited about. If you, by the way, when it's your turn, you get to hold the ball.
Okay.
If you are a Georgia Tech fan, here's what you can think about. You're getting Haynes King back. You're getting one of the top running backs in the country last year, Jamal Haynes, back. You're getting 3 wideouts who were awesome for Haynes King last year. They are going to be a very good team this year. And in my opinion, can make a good bowl game and maybe can have some heat with some of the good teams who are competing for a conference championship. Like, they always have one game each year where there's a crazy upset. This year, don't count them out.
I think it's going to be a really close game, Henry. I think Florida State's going to be able to pull it out, though. They've got a lot of firepower. DJ Uiagalelei back in the ACC for his last year. The former Clemson quarterback playing for Florida State this year. I think he's going to have a big-time interception in a key moment to swing the game. The momentum's going to go back to Georgia Tech. But I think he's going to play good enough. He's going to have enough connections because he's got a solid arm. But he's going to make those boneheaded plays every once in a while, just like he did with Clemson. He's still a good quarterback. But I think he's going to have one play where he makes the difference. It'll be a one-score game.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. That was a great hype up. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying this just because I'm hyping them up, but seriously, Georgia Tech's defense was amazing last year. With the new guys that are coming into Florida State's offense, that's something Georgia Tech has, and that's experience. Florida State's going to have a lot of new guys, which sometimes will mean big plays, but sometimes that'll mean the defense will know the better play. And even if it's a great ball thrown, he's going to know how to get under it, and he's going to pick that ball off. Count it. Over, under, 2 interceptions for Uiagalelei.
Under. I'm going to say he has 1.
I think he's going to have 1 too, but, I mean, what a week 0 game. And Georgia Tech's defense, one of the best in the country last year. So, they did a really good job picking this game. I'm very excited for it.
All right. Even though ESPN has them a little bit further apart, over under 7 points.
Under.
Me too. I think it's going to be a one-score game. I think it's going to be 3 or 4 points separating them.
I'm going to go 3 to 6. You can see 3.
Low-scoring game.
Yeah, like really low
6
scoring.
to 3.
Yeah,
final
like
score?
in between. Like it could be like 28.
Oh, you're just the separation, the difference. Okay.
No, it's gonna be a high scoring game.
Okay.
Those teams have electric offenses.
I was very surprised when you said that. I thought you were saying the final score is going to be 6 to 3.
Oh no.
I don't see that.
I think it could be like 28 to 24, say, for Florida State. I think it could be 27 to 24 Florida State. I think it could be
Edith, come over here. We're doing picks.
24 to 23 Florida State. And since we've hyped them up, now it's time for the actual pick. We've been hyping them up just now. But whoever gets to pick this year with who's with us gets to hold the ball. We're going to let Edith make the first selection of the year.
What do you think, Edith? Florida State, Georgia Tech. Do you like the Seminoles or the Yellow Jackets?
Yellow jacket.
Ooh,
She's going Georgia Tech. Nice, Edith.
Good pick, Edith. Good pick. But not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. I'm going Florida State. I think Georgia Tech can pull it out, but they're just going to miss out.
We're going to predict the scores too. They don't really matter, but me and you will pick the scores.
Edith can if she wants to. I'll do mine first. I'm picking Florida State, 28 to 24.
You know what? Do I really care if I lose this game? Not so fast, my friend. Georgia Tech upsets Florida State in killer fashion, 31-28.
Whoa, you heard it here. Henry and Edith both picking Georgia Tech.
Let's go, Georgia Tech.
I think the score is gonna be 30-28.
Ooh.
30-28. Georgia Tech.
Those
So
would be great games.
Henry's, wait a second. All three of us picked Florida State to score 28 points.
That's right. We all
Yep.
did. We expect them to. Now we just have to think of who's going to score the touchdowns. I think there's going to be a defensive interception because Haynes King still has those moments where he
Yep.
can have some interceptions. One of them's going to be a defensive one. One of them's going to be a passing touchdown. Two. Let me think of a good receiver that's returning. Oh, Trey Benson from Alabama. They had a Trey Benson last year who played running back at Florida State. Now they have a receiver named Trey Benson. I think he's going to catch the first touchdown.
Cool.
And then the next touchdown is going to be a running touchdown by Lawrence Toafili. He had a big run that saved Florida State in the championship game last year. He's going to have another one of those. I think he's going to have 2 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Yep.
Actually, wait, no. DJ's going to have a running touchdown, too.
Oh, DJ is a pretty powerful runner.
He's good for running for his size, for sure.
Yeah, he's fast. I'm so excited for this season, bud. It's going to be a magical season.
First year of the 12-team playoff. Football is always football. Guest pickers and everything. So many good games. Oregon, Ohio State, and Michigan are in the same conference. Texas and Georgia are in the same conference. Clemson and Florida State. That game's going to be awesome this year. Clemson is going to have Bryant Wesco, who had a get mossed catch in the spring game.
Nice.
Whew.
Let me ask you this. I just thought of this. Out of the teams that switched conferences, the big teams.
Yeah.
So you had like Oregon and Washington and USC, UCLA, and then the newcomers to the ACC. You've got Cal and Stanford and SMU. You've got all the switch in the Big 12. They've got Arizona and Arizona State and Colorado. They got somebody else too, didn't they?
No, Kansas are already there. Was it,
I think they got somebody else too. Well, anyways, out of all those teams that switched conferences, who has the best season out of those? We didn't pick any of them as conference champions.
should we do them by conference, or should we just do out of all the nation?
Out of all of them.
The best new coming team? Now, this sounds crazy, because they're going to have a lot of tough games, but I still think it will be Oregon. But they're going to have a hard schedule this year. Like, they have Ohio State and Michigan, I think.
Yep.
And those two teams, if you haven't heard of, basically have ruled the past couple years of college football.
You're right. You're right. Well, I'm going to go Texas on that one, but you already kind of heard it from our rankings earlier.
Yeah.
But that's pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to doing it together with you, buddy. Watching the games. We're going to have fun.
Before we end it, I want to give a little bit of a hype up to South Carolina. Now, I just want our seniors to have a good year because they have done so much for us. Debo Williams this season on defense, he's been great. Nick Eman-Warry's in his senior year. O'Donnell Fortune is in his senior year. So many guys have served us so good. Juju McDowell, he's fought through so many injuries and still been on this roster. Just,
Is Lenore Sellers upperclassman?
he's redshirt freshman.
Oh, he's young.
Yeah, I'm excited to have him for 4 years. And then we always got Robbie Ashford, who had an up and down career at Auburn, but I think he deserved a second chance. And when Sellers still has that new coming mistakes, a senior like him can take over and be that QB1.
Yeah.
So I think South Carolina 5-7. There are some games where they definitely can win, so I think they can be 6-6 and makeable. But I think I'm going to project them at 5-7.
We won't give the nugget this time. We'll wait for another week. But Henry and I have South Carolina upsetting the same team this year. We'll cover that on another video later in the season.
Mm-hmm.
But welcome to the college football season. This has been the Hail Mary Week 0.
And I can't believe that it's finally here.
All right, enjoy your
This
football.
Saturday. First week of college football. See ya. Have a good week.
Where's the button?
Where is that button? It's been, missing since last year. Where is it? Oh, there it is.